Today we're going to be comparing multi-digit numbers using 100 more, 100 less, 10 more, 10 less, 1 more, and 1 less. And we're going to be using place value strategies to help us solve. So, if we take a look at the number I've written, we have 153. And if we're looking at 153, we're looking at the hundreds place to solve 100 more. 100 more than 100 is 200. So 100 more than 153 is 253. If we're doing 100 less, we're looking at the hundreds place again, and we're doing 100 less than 153. So we can do 100 minus 100, which gives us 0. So 100 less than 153 gives us just 53. For 10 more than 153, we're now looking at the tens place. So we're doing 10 more than 50. 10 more than 50 is 60. So that means 10 more than 153 is 163. Then we're looking at the tens place again for 10 less. 10 less than 50, because 50 is in our tens place, is 40. So 10 less than 153 is 143. For 1 more and 1 less, we're looking at our ones place, and our ones place has a 3. 1 more than 3 is 4. So 1 more than 153 is 154. We're looking at the ones place still for 1 less. So 1 less than 3 is 2. So 1 less than 152 is, or 153 is 152. You don't need to just have a chart to compare numbers either, though. You can have sentences that will allow you to compare the numbers. So, my first one is 1 more than 314 is. So I know that I'm doing 1 more than 314. So if I'm doing 1 more, I'm looking at my ones place. And 1 more than 4 is 5. So that means 1 more than 314 is 315. Now for my next problem, it says blank more than 243 is 343. Well, if I look at both those numbers, the ones place stays the same in both. And then 4 is in the tens place for both. And I'm looking at my hundreds place. And I have 200 and then 300. So I know that 300 is 100 more than 200. So 100 more than 243 is 343. For my next problem, I'm looking at 10 less. 10 less than blank is 372. Well, I know I'm using the tens place. So that actually means that I'm adding 10 on to my tens place. And in my tens place is 70. So 10 less than blank is 372. So 10 more than 372 is 382. So this is, buttons keep being funny, 382. So 10 less than 382 is 372. Use your place value strategies and what you know about the ones, tens, and hundreds place to help you add 100 more, 100 less, 10 more, 10 less, 1 more, or 1 less, or to fill in the blanks of sentences to help you figure out what the missing numbers are. On the next page, we're going to work on our skip counting. We're going to be using skip counting to help us answer these problems. The first one is skip count by 100s from 914 to 314. We're going from a bigger number to a smaller number. So that means I have to count backwards. And I'm going from the hundreds place. So I have 914, and then going back 100, that would be 814, then 714, and as you can see, I keep going back by 100. So the next one would be 614, 514. My ones and tens are not changing. The only thing that's changing is my hundreds because I'm skip counting by 100s backwards. Then I have 414. And my last one is 314. So I skip counted by hundreds from 914 to 314. And the only thing that ever changed was my 100s place. My 100s place changed in each of them, but my tens and ones place stayed the same. My next one is skip count by tens from 422 to 492. So this time we're doing tens, so that means our tens place is changing, and we're going from 422 to 492, which is showing I'm counting up. So I have 422, then I'm adding 10 on, which gives me 432. My 100s and my ones are staying the same, and my tens are changing. So then I have 442, just changing my tens. 452, again changing my tens, leaving my 1 and hundreds the same. Then I get 462, 472, 482, and 492. So that's how you get from 422 to 492 by skip counting by tens, and the only thing that changed was my tens. My tens changed each time, but my hundreds and my ones stayed the same. I hope this helps you understand your place value a little bit better and how to get from one number to another number by skip counting by either the 100s, tens, or ones place. Remember, you can always count forwards or you could count backwards. If you're counting forwards, you're going up. If you're counting backwards, you're going down. Use your place value strategies and what you know about multi-digit numbers to help you solve your problems. We look forward to seeing your work.